But think about it. If this book was written by a woman, I just know I'd be able to actually read it cover to cover. World building is literally garbage in this book. I wanted to read this book just in case I accidentally bumped into Timothy or Zendaya. Horrible, unreadable, and should be illegal.
What?
Welcome back, book burners. We're looking at top reviews of popular books you were burned by or burned through. My name is Ben. Let's dive in. Today's book is Dune by Frank Herbert. With an overall rating of 4.29 stars on Goodreads and 1.5 million reviews, let's jump in with the 1 star. Eamon says, 60 pages in, and then I DNF'd. World building is literally garbage in this book. I wanted to read this book just in case I accidentally bumped into Timothy or Zendaya. Horrible, unreadable, and should be illegal. Think about it. If this book was written by a woman, I just know I'd be able to actually read it cover to cover. Never again. 2 stars. Yoon says, let me start by first apologizing to everyone who loves this classic. I don't doubt Dune was something special when it first came out in the 1960s, but reading it for the first time today, it feels horribly outdated to me and at times almost incomprehensible. I was warned going into this story that at the beginning it is extremely hard to understand, but that is an understatement. I could barely follow it scene after scene of dialogue referencing people and places and events, all with no explanation or context. It literally feels like I was just dropped into the middle of a book and everything had already been explained elsewhere. As for the story itself, it was a complete mismatch with my own interests. I like science fiction with lots of real science. Instead, this is a space opera, aka a soap opera that takes place in space, with no actual science. The book stubbornly chose to disregard more interesting avenues and instead took the most straightforward, boring route of making this into a story about power struggle. Well, we could have saved ourselves the bother and just stayed on Earth for that. 3 stars. JG says, Dune is often said to relate to sci-fi in the same way that Tolkien relates to fantasy. Both entered genres generally filled with the odd, childish, and ridiculous and injected a literary sensibility which affected all subsequent authors. Few will challenge the importance of Star Wars' effect on film and storytelling in general, but without Dune, there would be no Star Wars. It is unfortunate that Lucas seems to have forgotten this. 4 stars. Manny says, oh my! The Fremen, who obviously speak Arabic, live on a desert planet which supplies the universe with a commodity essential to the galactic economy, and in particular to transport. Not a very subtle way to say oil. I honestly don't think Herbert meant any of that, but today it's impossible not to wonder. 5 stars. Lynn says, Dune. No other single syllable means as much to the science fiction genre. A single word that conjures images of sandworms, spice wars, great battles between rival dynastic families, and a massively detailed and intricately crafted universe. No wonder this is widely regarded as not just a science fiction masterpiece, but a literary achievement as well. Frank Herbert has set a high standard for later practitioners. Just brilliant. So there you have it. Those are some of the top reviews on the book Dune. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments and tell me which one I should cover next.